But it is a pilot project that was started by my predecessor to look at northern Onondaga County as a pilot project and take a quantitative look at what truly has been the hit to the tree canopy. And not just from the emerald ash borer, but other development features, and seeing what has been lost. And then also to look towards the future. And this project that we're working on, we're working with a consultant, the Davy Group, who does this type of thing. They will prioritize where planting should go back, right? To think about things like climate change, tree canopy, aesthetically appealing. So one of the things we're doing in the next couple of weeks is we're going out to the 4 towns we're working with and introducing them to we're doing this. Start thinking about how this can help you, your civic groups, your organizations that are interested in tree plantings. I always think of garden clubs, but civic groups are also very, a lot of times tied into things like tree plantings and returning space to the way that we all want it to be honest. But also at the same time, we want their feedback. We don't want any of one of the deliverables will be a priority planting plan. Say that 3 times fast. Yeah. But we also don't want that to be in conflict with their own plans. So sitting down with them and getting their feedback, letting them know what's going on. This is our way of making sure this is going to be a very useful tool for them, because we don't want to put all this effort into something and then find out that it's not being used. So sitting down and partnering with them as part of this project is what we're doing in the next couple of weeks. But that's the project that I'm really the most excited about. And I don't expect we'll be returning ash trees, but thinking about what types of trees are going to replace the tree canopy and our view shed is going to come out of this.
So the Emerald Ash Borer program is we're done, am I right? Is this it?
Well,
no.
There was in the capital improvement plan, there's another funding group for,
okay.
So.
And that's your soil and water? That's
Soil and Water Conservation District. And that's, that's going to be, it's a big cost annually. But, and once again, this is why Mark Berger and the Soil and Water Conservation District are such good partners in thinking about, each step of the way. Okay, we've been removing trees. Maybe we can talk more about going after more money to plant trees. 2025 is going to be very exciting because I'm going to be here.
So are they still injecting some trees? I know that there were some they weren't injecting.
Yeah.
So that's just at their discretion.
Yeah, and you try to hold on to them as long as possible.
Sure.
But as far as I have seen, there doesn't seem to be, there's no new tree that we can plant that isn't susceptible. So, trying to deal with the loss of the ash until they figure all of that out. It's not that they're not working on it,
right, but
they're still working on the American chestnut after 25 years too. So it's just unfortunate the emerald ash borer came along. Yeah. It really has made a dramatic change to what you see during this time of the year. Yeah. Sure.
So with this, I think you call it a pilot. With this program?
Yes.
Yeah, I know that you started in the north, and how long until you think you'll be able to expand it, or you can evaluate it?
I don't know. It depends on, so we should get the deliverables from the consultants in January. Okay. And then we'll take a look at it and work with the towns. And then, if it ends up being something that's truly useful as I think, you may be seeing me again.
Okay.
So.
Good.
But I've inherited a lot of good programs.
Yeah.
Well, I find it very exciting, especially in the town of Clay, where we're going to be clearing out quite a few trees here in the next few years. So, as a runner, I really learned to appreciate a little shade out there in the summertime. So, and I don't have the research in front of me, but my understanding is that there's a lot of really convincing science about the benefits of trees on mental health and respiratory health and, reduction in crime and things like that. So I think there's a lot of potential there, and I'm looking forward to seeing what we have to read in these deliverables.
And don't get me wrong, I mean, it took a while, and I mean, the Emerald Ash Borer has done its damage over many, many years, and it's going to take some time, but that's one of the reasons I felt it was important to go out and talk to the towns and develop maybe these coalitions to see the county can do what the county can do, but there are other avenues and other people who are very much interested in this, and give them the tools to be thinking about. And this, my hope is, and I'm pretty sure I'm confident in this, that this product will help them go after grants themselves to do tree planting, because it's really going to say this is where, for the most impact, most value, most impact on mental health and shade and recreation, open space, diversity, kind of point people in that direction. So, but we will see what the final deliverable is. But we've been working with them, and I really appreciate their approach.
And the city has done something similar, am I right?
They did, and we took their goals and we've given them to the consultants so that we can have something comparable. So it's not apples and oranges.
Sure.
It's still apples, maybe Gala versus Macomb.
Yeah.
But, so, anything else?
Great.
So while we have you here, I just wanted to ask you, because my inbox is bursting at the seams, about all the HABs that we're seeing this
Yes,
time of year.
the harmful algal blooms.
Harmful algal blooms. We
Yeah.
see like the algae that closes, Green Lakes and closes, like our swimming areas. And it kind of feels, I don't know, it does feel like there are more, but
Well, there is more.
Yeah.
I mean, the DEC will definitely tell you that there is more, because there's quantitatively, people are calling them in, they're checking them, and they're verifying them. But that was not surprising. I think the first time we met,
Yeah.
we were talking about this was supposed to be a hot summer, and it's the heat, and it's the sediment and the nutrient that essentially fertilize
Right.
these. And so this wasn't unexpected this year, but it's also, hopefully people are taking notice of it, and it'll mean more state money to address it. And we will have, in some of these water bodies, we will have plans to spend that money.
Well, they just came out during State Fair Week, and it was the head of the Commissioner of Ag and Markets and Soil and Water and everybody else did this big press conference out my way, because again, there's another pot
Yes,
of purported state money for our region.
Finger Lakes,
For the
yeah.
Finger Lakes.
They consider us Finger Lakes
We're-
for that
yeah,
purpose.
for that, but it's, I'm hoping people I've talked to in those roles at that press conference say it's not going to be, I'm going to call it red tape, because I find it very disappointing every time there's money at the state level that they make it so difficult to garner it. It disincentivizes people. So is there really money, or is it just to be able to say the money's there? What's cool is Cayuga County, like the Auburn Soil and Water Conservation District, is going to be dealing with the money.
Right.
So as opposed to having Mark and everybody else, I know they were kind of relieved, the other groups, they have the capacity to administer and do that, so they're gonna be taking that on for when we request or all of these.
So
And it's a lot of money, so I can't
it's
remember.
44 million.
Yeah, 44 million, so it's exciting.
Yeah.
Um,
And the Cayuga,
If it comes, I'm just gonna say if, because depends on how you set up a program. And in 2 years, we always, it's always a new election or this or that. And I really hope it gets spent in our region like it's purportedly intended to.
right. And it helps that we already partner with the Cayuga Soil Water
We have a
Conservation
very great
District.
relationship with them, which is,
So
I was very excited about that. Selfishly.
it's a reason to be excited. We are watching how that plays out and
Yeah.
trying to talk to the right people.
So, and this is not your department, this is health department, but I just
Yeah.
want to shout this out. If anybody ever asks you, I get asked all the time, if you pull from the lake, like you aren't on a water line, you can't, if you see a hab in front of your house, you cannot boil it, you can't drink it, nothing works. They're like the little light thing they use, UV filtration, whatever.
Because it's Texas,
It's
a
toxic. People's out that I represent think sometimes that you can boil the water, like a boil water advisory. So if anybody ever, I think that's an important thing this time of year to be spread, because people are finding pop-up blooms in front of their house or whatever, camp, or, you know, on all the lakes.
Right, and even if you're not drawing from the water, if it's big enough and the toxicity level is high enough, not recently, but there has been incidences where a HAB has caused a pet to perish because you're not really supposed to get it on your skin. So these are definitely concerning things that we need to, but that's why we're working with so many of the lake associations, and water quality is such a big issue. But this is what I do. This is my happy place. I'll keep working. So, what else?
Anything?
Great.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. Next time I'll bring graphs and spreadsheets.
No.
Perfect, yes.
The pictures are great. It shows you, you know.
Well, and you know, sometimes you just kind of have to see the success from a picture, so.
Can I get a motion to adjourn, please?
I'll move it.
Legislator Kelly and seconded by Legislator Romeo. All in favor? And we're adjourned. Thanks. Okay.
That was fun.
Yes.